Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NFL shit. So let's get right into it here. Talk about some NFL news. So, I guess the first thing I'll talk about is Maxx Crosby. Some of the news from Don Kleeman. Congrats to Raiders star defensive end Maxx Crosby, who shared he's now over 3 years sober. He opened up about his addiction to alcohol, which forced him to go to rehab in 2020 during COVID. I think it was during the COVID year. Easily the biggest thing, overcoming addiction. The biggest thing is overcoming addiction. Crosby said when asked about the biggest hurdle he had to overcome in his professional career. I've been sober for over 3 years now. What hit home for me is that you're not the only one. I got over myself and just realized I'm not the only person on earth going through this shit. There's people going through far worse. End quote. So, a great player and even better story. And he even spoke about the big chest tattoo he has, which features an image of his young daughter who's said to turn 1 in October. But it's a big W. Because, some people have that addiction and can't get over it. Thankfully, Maxx Crosby was able to, and now he's a top defensive end in the NFL. And what's crazy is how well he played during his rookie year while not being sober. Now that he's sober and more dedicated, he's got even better. And be one of the top defensive ends. So, Eagles coach Nick Sirianni had to calm A.J. Brown down on the sidelines. He seemed a little bit upset. He didn't get many targets. Kind of a selfish receiver there. Maybe just a bit vocal. But, I understand being upset, but come on. And an update to this, Eagles coach Nick Sirianni, he declined to talk about what happened between QB Jalen Hurts and wide receiver A.J. Brown. He said, basically all he said here was the conversations we have in the field room be private. Y'all don't need to know where it's going. Basically said it to the media what they don't need to know. Yeah, I don't really think it's that deep. From a casual perspective, it's not uncommon for coaches and players to keep certain matters within the team. Like, they're not going to say it to the media, oh yeah, he was upset, he didn't get targets or whatever. Standing behind his players and being very clear about it. And tensions run high when you're in a stressful game and you're not getting many targets. Things get heated in the game, but it's left on the field or the locker room. At the end of the day, team's still family. You're not going to say to the media, yeah, he was frustrated at Jalen Hurts. It happens. It's football. So there was some truly disgusting and shameful stuff that happened about Alexander Mattison, the Vikings running back. After the Eagles game, Vikings running back Alex Mattison was called the M-word. He was told he should commit suicide, and was told by a number of other racist terms in his DMs by fans he shared on Instagram. This is what athletes face every week, and hurtful and gross and wrong. While, yes, he didn't play a good game and he fumbled a few times, but you shouldn't go into his DMs and call him the M-word, tell him he should commit suicide, and call him other racist terms. Because players are humans first. People forget that and play football. Play football is second. And these fans treat them like anything but that. Like, one person said, hey, M-word, do you know how to hold onto a gun and pull the trigger? Because he's in professional career in the NFL. That was one of the DMs, and someone called him a coon. It's just some fans are just wild, dude. It's just important to remember that athletes, despite their public profiles and success, are first and foremost human beings. Like, it's just wild how people are this disgusting. I don't see how people can defend this. People just get that too worked up over sports, going to players' DMs and doing that stuff. Like, there's no place for racism or telling anyone they should commit suicide. These are the type of people that should not be on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So Jakobi Meyers took a big hit to the head in the Raiders Denver game in Week 1, and Raiders wide receiver Jakobi Meyers, who scored 2 TDs on Week 1, is still in the concussion protocol as Dalvin replaced him versus #Bills. He took this awful hit to the head late in the game. So if he's still in concussion protocol, and it's Friday, well now Saturday, he's probably not going to play. It was a hard hit, so I really doubt he's going to play. And now that he's not going to play, it's going to be a long week against Buffalo. So, update. A few days ago, Justin Jefferson was only 85 yards away from being 5,000 yards, and I don't think a Bears player did it. At age 24, only 52 games played, he already has more career receiving yards than any Bears player had in their entire franchise history. That's crazy. The Bears are a poverty franchise. I'm not going to talk about the Deion Sanders stuff because this is NFL. I'm not talking about college. I mean, I guess I'll talk about this because it's NFL related. So there's despite some rumors that people were saying, oh, Deion Sanders, he might jump to the NFL. And he said, despite the many rumors that Deion Sanders might jump to the NFL, he says, quote, I ain't going to the NFL, end quote. I think he genuinely enjoys having an impact on the lives of younger people. Already has a big-time NFL legacy, so he has really nothing to prove in the NFL, coaching-wise, so he's at the top of college football. He doesn't need to. I feel like it's mission to help the younger kids in college. Like, he already has a big-time NFL legacy, so he doesn't really have anything to prove there. He has more to prove in college with Colorado. So, after the disaster of Week 1 of the Chiefs offensive tackle Jawaan Taylor lining illegally throughout the #Lions game and not getting penalized for it, the league will focus on, quote, cracking down on illegal tackle alignment. Dean Blandino said the NFL has sent out its weekly training tape to its 32 clubs and officials, highlighting repeated legal formation violations from various Week 1 action. Guess it's better late than never. I mean, I guess it's better late than never, but we'll see if they actually call this stuff. Only time the NFL makes only time the NFL makes quick work of a change is for penalties. But we'll see if they actually do this. Chiefs Jawaan Taylor update about this claimed that if you slow it down on film, I'm moving at the same time as the ball. He also said that the refs didn't mention him anything about false starting during the Lions game, but did talk about his illegal alignment. As far as the false start goes, no, I haven't even had a ref really mention it to me, but I have had refs mention my alignment, so I'm just making sure I'm not too deep. Nah, I'm not buying this. He was false starting the whole game. Bro had an hour head start on Hutchinson and still almost lost every freaking rep. Yeah, he didn't have any sacks that game, but he still got a lot of pressures. He had 7 QB pressures. He destroyed the offensive freaking line. But yeah, what he's saying, it's cap. Update. Raiders pass rusher Chandler Smith, who apparently still hasn't been told he can return to play for the team, says he wants team owner Mark Davis to share why he, quote, can't play. And he said, I can keep going. Tell me when. That's what she said. That's a team turmoil over there. But if you're not going to play him, though, just release him. Alright, there's no point of playing him. There's no point having him if you're not going to play him. I mean, I get the incident that happened, you want to take time off the team, but there's no point in having him if you're not going to play him. So, update. The reason #Patriots coach Bill Belichick won't retire yet and wants to pass Don Shula's all-time women's mark is because Shula badmouthed him during the Spygate scandal. For Belichick, it's, quote, if I can't whip you off of the books with another perfect season, I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to take your all-time wins record. In 2007, Shula said, quote, the Spygate thing has diminished what they've accomplished. You would hate to have that attached to your accomplishments. They've got it. So currently Bill Belichick has 329 wins compared to Don Shula, who has 347 wins. Bill Belichick will apparently coach because he wants to get paid back on Shula, break his record. Oh Lord, this is all time levels of pettiness. I love it. I mean, that's Bill Belichick though, so. But that's pretty. But he still has some goals. So. And whatever, not talking about that. Update, hashtag Chase wide receiver Travis Kelce will play on Sunday against the Jaguars per the team. He's officially back, and also Chris Jones is back as well. So Chris Jones is going to be returning as well. So, Jets QB Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show today and spoke for the first time after a season-ending injury. And Aaron Rodgers, he was asked about his mindset after his injury on Monday night on the Pat McAfee show. And he basically said it was a lot of sadness, a lot of tears. I mean, obviously, I just don't think he's going to go out like that. Yeah, I get he's 39, but I think he wants to go on his own terms. I don't think he wants an injury to basically end his career. And Aaron Rodgers says his rehab plan will, quote, shock some people also as well. On the Pat McAfee show, some comments from the Pat McAfee show he made. Sounds like a man that will return for the 2024 season. So he's probably going to come back in 2024. So many people were calling for the Eagles' tush-push play, unstoppable, basically shoving Jalen Hurts in the end zone at the 1-yard line. Basically, the NFL's official account made that play their header on social media. And Jalen Hurts converted 36 of the 40 QB sneaks last season. And people are saying, oh, this should be banned. No, it shouldn't be banned. How about you don't let teams get to the 1-yard line? I'm actually surprised the league discussed banning the play in the offseason. But no. How about you stop? How about you don't let teams get to the 1-yard line? Maybe they won't be able to do that. Just saying. The Vikings released a statement on the discussing racist DMs that Alexander Mattison received after the Eagles game. The NFL also released a statement. Yeah, he was atrocious in that game. Yeah, he played horrible. But nobody deserves to have those type of comments in their DM saying, oh, you should, kill yourself. Basically shoot yourself or something. And the NFL even released a statement how they condemn the racist comments directed towards him as well. Whether you're a Vikings fan or not, nobody deserves that. So it could be a problem for the Texans in Week 2. Hashtag Texans rookie QB CJ Stroud is a late addition to the injury report with a shoulder injury. Questionable for the hashtag Colts Week 2 game. So there's a possibility CJ Stroud might not play, or he might not get that rookie matchup. Which would suck. Purdy and Rappaport. Hashtag Panthers are placing starting cornerback J.C. Horn on injured reserve. But it's not his season in injury, however, but he's going to miss multiple weeks, which sucks because J.C. Horn's so good when healthy. He is really good. But, man, he just can't stay healthy. He's just so good. He's so good, but he just cannot stay healthy. DeAndre Hopkins is re-enrolled as a student in classes at Clemson. He's working towards a degree in parks, rec, and tourism management. Man, imagine walking into class and you see DeAndre Hopkins. Maybe in a Zoom class, actually. Maybe Zoom class, I don't know. The NFL is releasing a new Lions Barry Sanders documentary called Bye Bye Barry. Will be out November 21st, and he will answer why he retired seemingly at the prime of his career. One of the greatest running backs to ever grace Earth. And he's basically going to be a documentary, and he's going to go over why he retired, which was at the prime of his career, so, yeah. Update, the Cowboys have double and triple team linebacker Michael Parsons at practice in order to get him ready for Week 2 against the hashtag Jets. So they doubled and triple teamed him in practice just to get him ready. And the Jets still won't be able to stop him, I bet. Eagles QB Jalen Hurts even addressed the thing with Jalen Hurts, or with AJ Brown. AJ Brown respects Hurts. everybody just needs to calm down. This is a really nothing situation. So that's all to say for this first NFL video. So until next time, peace.